I'm Ryan Held. I'm the running backs coach. I grew up in Overland Park, Kansas. Played football at Nebraska. Received my master's degree from the University of Tennessee, and I've been a head coach for the last 12 years, the last 4 in junior college. Coach Frost and I played together at Nebraska, so that's kind of how my relationship with him. And I feel very blessed to be here and be part of the family and just work with a great group of guys and be in a great institution.
Coach, how did this recruiting process compare to anything you've done in the past, given the short time frame, learning the area very quickly, and all the challenges that you guys have overcome?
Well, when you look at it, like Coach Frost said, we only had a week before the dead period, so we had to get a lot done, and I was one of the first hires, and a lot of my emphasis was the junior college scene. So I had to, I had some familiarity with a lot of junior college kids having come from that level, and so that was really my main focus. Obviously, we had Coach Beck and Coach Fish, and then Coach Walters got in here, and they were really pounding out the Florida area. But it was one of those deals that we didn't want to rush and make the wrong decision, and that's, I think, what happens with coaching staffs. They're new and they want to win this day. You don't win this day. You got to find the right kids that are going to fit what you do. Because if you don't, then you reach on kids. So we did not want to reach, and so we feel very good about taking the right kids, going through the process. Even though it was 100 miles an hour, it's still, we feel good that we didn't reach on guys, which again, a lot of people do, and then 5 years from now they're looking to go somewhere else.
You talk about one of your running back recruits, Juwan Hamilton, a very impressive kid, ability to get to the next level. What stood out on film for you?
Well, he's very fast. He's very physical. Got great balance, great vision, and he just brings an element that he will come in and, just like anybody, have a chance to play right away. We expect him to play right away, get in the mix. But he's a home run hitter, just like Adrian is. He's a kid that gives you flexibility at running back. You can put him out at receiver, and in this offense, what we're trying to do is create matchup problems out in space, and both those guys bring that to the table for sure.
Do you think Adrian will probably play both positions, like maybe play a little bit?
Yeah, he'll need to know both. When we recruited him, we told him he would be able to play both, and so obviously it's up to him to be able to learn both positions. That's on him. But, we expect him to do that. We'll coach him up, and he'll have every opportunity to do that, just like all our kids will.
How important are those JUCO players? Coming into a school that was 0-12 last year, not having a great year, be able to get that help immediately and come into your program and be able to.
Well, you're dealing with an older kid, and when you're dealing with a lot of programs with fifth-year seniors, fourth-year juniors, whatever, if you have some needs, junior college is an area where you can go out and fill in a spot, whether it's injury or you just missed on kids. So these JUCO kids can come in. They played against other collegiate athletes, and we're not going to sit here and sign 10 JUCOs a year, but we do feel like this is a place that a junior college kid would love to come to, just because of what we have, and being an older, there's things for them to do. And in the whole recruiting process, I talked about, you get the whole collegiate experience here, and that really was a huge reason that a lot of those kids wanted to come.
Did you guys get taken by surprise a little bit that it's year one, you didn't have all the resources to do everything you wanted to do, and yet you finished number 2 behind Houston in the conference in terms of recruiting class? Were you guys sort of taken a little bit aback by that?
Well, obviously there's an element of, you have confidence in all of us. We all have confidence that we could go out and be able to get the type of kids that we did sign. But I'm going to be honest with you, UCF, we got palm trees, we got warm weather. There's a lot of kids that when they come here, they're wowed. And so really, when you get them on our campus, it really sells itself. And then what we're going to do, both sides of the ball, and then I think the type of coaches that we have and the relationships and how we treat kids, we are what we are. And if you follow us on Twitter, you meet us, there's no phoniness about us. And I think kids saw that, and I think that's what really helped us be able to build relationships in a short period of time, because this is sales, is what it is. Comes down to it. And we didn't have as many kids in the hopper, so to speak, that we will next year. Obviously, having a whole year in this process, which will be really, really exciting when we have a whole year to be able to go through this, go spring recruiting, et cetera.
What area of the country is like your recruiting territory? What area do you recruit?
I'm Florida area. I'll be in the Tampa Bay area,
Okay.
so I look forward to building a relationship with all those coaches in that region. And then I'll be the JUCO guy, and then I'll be some Midwest as well. The thing about this place is, even though we're in a corridor on the east coast of the country, we can nationally recruit here. If you look at our signing class, I mean, we can get kids to come all the way across the country here. But that being said, we feel very good about the state of Florida being able to get a lot of our needs. But if we have to go outside the state, we will.
Now, did you have any unusual recruiting trail stories, like having dinner next to Parrot or a sleepover or something?
Well, my last trip home, our airplane, we backed out, and the pilot came out and said the steering wheel didn't work. So then we had to go back in. Okay, I was supposed to leave and get in at 10:30. Anyway, we switched planes. I didn't get in until 2:30. So I go to my hotel, all right, and I get my key. I'm dead tired, been gone all week, and I go to the hotel, and I hit it, and the door opens, and it's locked. It gapped open, and I'm like, what in the world's going on here? Somebody was in the room. All of a sudden, some guy was screaming. Some lady, you're going in my room. I'm like, hey, this is the key they gave me. So I didn't get to bed till about 3:30 that night. But that's how my recruiting ended, opening up somebody's room. That I didn't get in the room. It was just a little gap. But that was kind of, I could laugh about it now, but that was kind of craziness to end it.
How important is it for you to reach out to the UCF fans to get people to rally around this team? Because a lot of people were discouraged last year. I mean,
Sure.
Even last year, there was a bar in town that was giving away free beer until the team won a game.
Sure.
So can you talk about just trying to get the team a new expectation of hope and a winning attitude?
Well, at the end of the day, we can't control what happened in the past. All we can do is put the right step forward. Our kids, they're going to work very hard. The fans out there, I can tell you this, that we're going to work diligently and very hard on getting this program back to where the expectations are. That's not going to happen in one day. It's not going to happen in 2 weeks. It's a process. And turning back a program, that's going to be a situation where, like Coach said, rise and conquer. We can only control the day. So tomorrow morning, we got to win tomorrow. And the process, if you build enough bricks, you can get your fortress built and get this thing back to where it needs to be. But I think fans are going to like what we do. They come out and see it. Again, you just have to be patient. But there's nobody that's going to work harder than us to get it back to where this program and the expectations everybody wants it to be.